Hey guys, what's up? Darcy here at 6 Strings 9 Lives. Finally back for another update. Not only is this another update, it happens to be my 100th update. Still having a blast doing this. I'm going nowhere. Matter of fact, I've renewed the contract for another 100 updates. Let's see what happens. Like I said, still having a blast talking to you guys in the comments. Appreciate all the views, the suggestions, the recommendations, the friendships. Love it all. So it's been a while since my last update, and I was thinking it's probably, towards anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks in between updates. And, why is that happening? Well, there's only so many things I'm still looking for. I still actively pick up in between 15 and 20 new releases per year. I'm always, on the hunt for a good reissue or a box set or some originals. I actually have a very cool original pressing I'm going to show you today. Not that old, 20 years old type of thing. But yeah, just my usual 8 or 9 items. But this video, I've actually pre-recorded this, so you're seeing this when you see it. But I recorded it about 10 or 11 days ago, and I'm probably currently enjoying some vacation time. Headphones are on, going through one more time all 19 studio albums from Rush. So when I get home, get organized, I'm going to record that Rush ranking finally. Also just kind of looking at my year-end list for 2023, the top albums, and usually do that every year. It's always kind of fun to see what what comes up on people's lists and a few common favorites amongst us, and then you're always going to learn something new, maybe a band you haven't checked out. So today I got 4 CDs, 4.5 vinyl. You'll see why I said half in a minute, but let's start off with some new releases, a couple new releases. First off, brand new album, first in 11 years from Dawan, Heaven Comes Down. So this is the first album since 2012's Broken Bones. This, not only is this a superb album cover, I really enjoy this album. I would say, and obviously if you know Dawan and you know Don's voice is not what it used to be, this album is built for that voice. It's I don't know, it's just perfect. It's not, he's not too strained, but you can hear the limitations, but again, a solid album. First track I really enjoyed that they released was called Fugitive. Then they released Gypsy. And then I think the third single is Over the Mountain, which is a great track. A couple other ones I would say check out. Just Like a Rose and Lost in You, I think. Yeah, but this one was released on Silver Linings Music here just a few weeks ago. There's the CD, and it comes with a nice booklet. I don't mind these digipacks. They're not those shitty digi sleeves. As long as it has a tray, I'm more than happy. There's the great Dawan logo, and then some more of that kind of dragon on the cover and CD. And here's the booklet. So I'm still after a couple of Dawan albums. There's a great picture of Dawn right there. And long-term guitarist now, John Levin, which he absolutely shines on this album. The solos are great. The riffs are great. And again, really fitting Dawn's vocals. But yeah, there's still a couple more. This is a cool shot on the back too. A couple more Dawan albums that I'm still kind of missed the boat. I'm a big fan of those first 4 Dawan albums, especially album number 2, 3, and 4, and the great live album, Beast from the East. But I forget which ones I'm missing, but just it's a couple more, and then you know what? Maybe eventually we'll do a Dawan album ranking also. What's next here? Another new released 8th studio album from Northern Ireland's Thrashers, Gamma Bomb. I will pull this out. They've done this twice now in a row where they've literally put their logo down at the bottom. They almost make their album covers like a movie, and that's kind of how this is set up. I'll show you the back cover in a second. But yeah, for a newer band, 8 studio albums already. I'm only newer to Gamma Bomb over the past, let's say, about 4 years, but this is fun thrash. They got a very unique vocalist, kind of hints of humor here and there in their lyrics, based on old TV shows or, like in this case, they kind of set this one up, like I said, like to be a movie. Here's the back. So they kind of got a list of all the characters, which is all the band members. And then we have their mascot, Snowy. He's listed on here. He is listed as the Werebat. So, yeah. And filmed on Bat-O-Vision, it says right here. But just a really good album. And for me, it's just a kind of a change of pace when it's not your traditional thrash that comes to your mind of 80s stuff. It's kind of thrash with a twist. I know Anthrax had a bit of the humor in their lyrics and things like that back in the day. This might even take it a step further, but it's really good. This is their second album on Prosthetic Records, which, oddly enough, is an American label, but there's the CD here. Kind of neat. And then the back cover. So, tracks, the opening track, Egyptron. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Superb. My favorite track on this album is called Circular Saw. It ends with a great track, Bats in Your Hair, things like that. And then where's another song? Don't Get Your Hair Cut. They have tracks like that throughout their whole discography. So if you haven't checked out Gamma Bomb and you want a little bit of, just loose, fun thrash, definitely go check out Gamma Bomb. This is their follow-up to 2002's Sea Savage. So you got some, cool album artwork, cool titles. But let's shift gears to one of my... Actually, we're going to grab this one first. This came up for a 40th year anniversary reissue, which I can hardly believe, 40 years have went by. And as you get older, time just seems to fly even faster. At least with me it does. But 40-year reissue for this awesome album, Bark at the Moon from Aussie Osborne. Don't need to say much about this, but I did not own this on vinyl. I have my original cassette and my original CD. But I thought, you know what? I want to get this one. And I also hope they reissue The Ultimate Sin and No Rest for the Wicked. I already picked up the reissue for No More Tears. That's kind of the cutoff point right there. From Blizzard of Oz to No More Tears. That's the period that I really enjoy and would love to have on vinyl. But this one, I've done an Ozzy Osbourne ranking, but I'll give it away. This is actually my second favorite Ozzy Osbourne album. I absolutely love it. Jake E. Lee, first one to feature him, and he's on The Ultimate Sin. The guitar playing on here is awesome. There's great keyboards on here. Who else do we have on here? I'm going to show you everything in here, but the tracks. I mean, the video for Bark at the Moon. Let's just tell you, I'm going to tell you my favorite 2 tracks on here. Actually, my favorite is Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Just a fantastic song. And Rock and Roll Rebel, the riff on that one is killer. Let's show you what's inside here because it's pretty neat. There's a poster in here too. So yeah, this is just a recent reissue that I think it came about a week or so ago. We'll show you the inner sleeve. Now, if you have an original like this, just let me know if it came with all this cool stuff. Here is the inner lyrics, band shot on the back. So yes, Jake E. Lee, Bob Daisley, Tommy Ulrich on drums, and Don Airy on keyboards. So those keyboards are pretty, they just fit perfect on this album. And it also came with this poster, which I'm not sure came with the original, but hey, nice little touch. And I hope they do the same for The Ultimate Sin, which is another one of my favorite Ozzy Osbourne albums from, what was that, 1986? No, 85? Or, 83, yeah, I think 85 or 86, one or the other. But here's a cool kind of replica of the Epic logo. A little different than the first reissues that I picked up for Blizzard of Oz and Diary of a Madman, but same on both sides. This is I would say 140 gram vinyl. Sounds really good. Glad to have that one. Like I said, my number 2 favorite Aussie Osborne album. What's next? Let's go with thrash band, one of the German Big Four that is easily been climbing up the ladder with me. I would just say Creator and Sodom are just neck and neck. I've been trying to put it this way. I'm missing still quite a bit of Sodom's studio work, which I'm chipping away at, hoping for some more reissues to come up. Or this one, which I did spend, a little more than I normally would on anything, but it came up brand new, sealed. A friend found it for me and got it sent to me, and then I just do the old PayPal and pay him, and appreciate him doing that for me. But this is Sodom's 11th studio album, self-titled. So this isn't the black cover. This is, I don't know if this is the official cover, the European cover, doesn't matter. But this is 5 years after my favorite Sodom album, which is M16 from 2001. So this is the follow-up. This is an SPV original from 2006, gatefold. So lyrics, band shots. See, and when they had that Brenneman on, if I'm pronouncing his name right, on guitar, I love this era of the band. I mean, albums like M16, Code Red, Decision Day, In War and Pieces, all those albums are top-notch. Really like those. This is a double vinyl set. There is no insert. But yeah, lucky to get this. And, being from 2006, still new, sealed, not warped, nothing, no dents on this. I mean, that's remarkable in itself. Let me just show you one of the vinyl. Both are the same, but here is the centering. So just same as the front cover, which I just tossed this on the ground, and I got to name a few favorite tracks. So on that album they did of re-recordings this year that I've mentioned a lot because I love it, the 40 Years at War, whatever it was, the re-recordings that Sodom did, they did a song off of this one. They re-recorded City of God, which it's great on either one of these albums, but a couple other tracks, I would say the leadoff track, Blood on Your Lips, but one of my very favorite tracks on here is Buried in the Justice Ground. Check out that one. And Lay Down the Law, another great track. But yeah, Sodom, they almost can do no wrong in my books. They have an EP that just came out called 1982, which I pre-ordered. I was hoping it would have been here already. It's already out. I'm getting actually a little bit worried that it's not going to show up, but we'll see. We'll track one down. But if you are into or wanting to check out some newer Sodom, they like the EP, or actually that EP before that. They're kind of the kings of EPs, which leads me to the next thing. When I said originally in my start of the video, I said 8.5 items. This is kind of the half item, and one that a friend sent me, and what an awesome gift. He knew I wanted this. He tracked it down. Forever grateful for that. This is one of maybe 2 to 3 10 inches I have in my collection, but this is Sodom Partisan. This is an EP that came out in 2018. I've shown the CD. I picked it up brand new and never even knew this existed. I saw somebody show this on one of their videos, and I'm like, what the hell? How did I miss this? Better get it before it's gone, because anything on SPV Steamhammer, it just has it disappears quick. And but always cool to get a 10-inch. Like I said, I think I have 2 or 3 more. I know I have that Judas Priest one, the 5 Souls or whatever that's called. So it came with an inner. So this is just a 3-song EP. It has Partisan, which is a new track, and One other new track, and then there is a live version of Tried and Red, live at Rock Hard Festival 2018. So just 3 tracks. There we go. And then we got a cool shot of Tom right here. I think these guys are on tour right now, I'm pretty sure they are working on a new album too. I think 2024 is going to shape up to be a great year so far. What am I looking forward to? Priest for sure. Saxon. What else do we have coming out? Throw it down in the comments. What's already confirmed? I'm just drawing a blank on what else is confirmed. We can speculate on quite a few. You know, Anthrax definitely needs to be due for one. But so this 10-inch came on clear vinyl. And like I said, didn't even know this existed, so really happy to get it. I have most of the latest EPs, like what's the other one? Out of the Frontline Trench. I have yeah. Anyways, love Sodom, great German thrash. Well, let's move on to 2 more new releases. So I did a video a couple of videos ago or whatever on bands that kind of made comebacks. Are they still doing it to this day? And a band that I don't really have a big history with, and that is Sadus. Came back, first album in 17 years. This wasn't really on my radar. I do have one of their more popular albums on vinyl, Swallowed in Black, which is, like I said, very popular with the fans that have that history. I don't mind it at all. I don't go back to it that much. I just no reason, just never have. But it is a solid album. But then I heard this new one. Like I said, first in 17 years, since 2006. They had another comeback album, so they've come back a couple of times. So here is Swallowed in Black. I picked up the CD, Nuclear Blast. I'm gonna pull out that cover. So this is either the exact same character that is on Swallowed in Black. Other notable albums, I think A Vision in or of Misery. That one I've checked out only a couple of times, but hey, let me know if you're happy that Sadus is back, because this is more up my alley. I don't know, it's less harsh. I would say not that harsh is a problem with me, but it's just fitting for modern production. I don't mind it a bit. It's just 2 guys, really. It's and you guys are probably bigger, have more knowledge of Sadus than I do. Darren and what's his name, the other fella, but drummer, and then vocals, bass, all the guitar work is done by Darren. Is there some sort of credits here? Let's see what we got here. Not much, but there is the CD. But what did I hear first? I think the first track that was released was a while ago. It's The Sickness, but a couple other favorite standouts on this thing is Ride the Knife, great track. Anarchy features actually Chuck Billy from Testament on vocals. Check that track out. But kind of the last half of this album gets super strong for me. The Devil in Me, Pain. One of my favorites on here is called No Peace. And then it wraps up with The Shadow Inside. Just a solid album. Here we go. Yeah, I'm sorry. Totally. Darren Travis. So he does all the bass, vocals. So Steve DiGiorgio was a member of this band in the early days or earlier days. Even that other comeback album in 06 he was a part of, but he's not a part of this one. The bass work does not suffer on this one. It's great. Produced by Sadus and Juan Ortega. So Juan is another metal producer, mix mastering. He worked on Testament's last album, Titans of Creation. He's worked on a number of other metal thrash albums for sure. And then you have John Allen on drums, top-notch drummer. Check out the new Sadus, or let me know, have you checked out the new Sadus? It's really good. Let's go on to one more my last of the new releases today. This is, I guess, I don't know if you'd say technically the 14th studio album from Iron Savior. They do have a couple re-recorded albums in there, so I don't know how their counting system goes. So let's go with either 12 or 14, doesn't matter. This is their latest album called Firestar, released on AFM Records. There's the shot of the band, CD. AFM Records does it up right on their vinyl and their CDs. I love their digipacks like this. Opens up nice. So this is Iron Savior's follow-up to 2020's Skycrest, which was a fantastic album. I think that was probably it was definitely in my top 15, probably my top 10 from 2020. Really good album. And this one just continues. I don't know if there's anything, crazy new on here. I'm going to show you here. I'll pull the CD out. There's a little hype sticker that I stuck to the back right there. The Power Metal Legends Iron Savior are back. Exclusive bonus track, which is only available in this digipack. So I don't even think the streaming or Apple Music even has this, but it is a cover of Heading Out to the Highway, which Iron Savior are famous for their, especially Judas Priest covers. And I'll say, they always do a great job. Check that one out. Check out Heading Out to the Highway. But a few other notable tracks on here would be In the Realm of Heavy Metal, Through the Fire of Hell, great track. But two of my favorites are Mask, Cloak, and Sword, and Rising from the Ashes. So yeah, brand new release from Iron Savior. If you like stuff like, you like Halloween, Gamma Ray, UDO, Primal Fear, should be kind of right in your wheelhouse there for sure. Next up, what do we got? Two left. This one's a big one. This is, and big as in size. This got released last year on CD. Waited for the vinyl. I didn't pick up the CD right away. I didn't pick it up at all yet because I was going to wait out the vinyl on this one. One of my favorite vocalists, metal guys of all time, Udo Dirkschneider. If you watch my channel for any extended period of time, you know I'm a huge Accept fan. And in 1987, Udo formed his own other band called UDO. So what they did is just recently the band left to join Atomic Fire Records. So AFM Records, their previous label, put together this UDO, The Legacy. And this is the first, not the first 4-disc set I have in my collection. I do have a live Van Halen, but it's the first that is just set up kind of, it's not a gatefold or anything. And when it first came, I was a little surprised. I'm like, they stuffed 4 vinyl in here and a booklet, but it fits in here nice. So here's the spine. AFM Records, they do a good job anyways. But so what this is, if you're a fan of the band, which I'm pretty much a fanboy of, like I said, Udo Dirkschneider, Accept stuff. So I'm gonna buy this. I have all these tracks basically, except for the kind of the bonus material they kind of threw in here. But this is kind of an end of an era with them. That's 17. This album represents 17 studio albums on 4 vinyl, like I said, and it fits in there nicely. A great booklet. I'll just show you one of the vinyl. They're all basically the same. Not sure what's up with this muscled up dude on the front cover, but whatever. Not a big deal. But what they did with the center rings is basically took different portions of that shot and did center rings. They're actually different for all 8 sides of this vinyl. But the cool thing is it came with like a nice kind of fold out of 6 or 8 pages, or I think just 6 pages. So there, Udo the Legacy. There's a shot of the German tank himself, and this side is full of just collage of photos and patches, and so we'll show you that one at a time. We'll just skim across here. So like I said, this represents all first 17 studio albums, nothing from the newest album, Touchdown. That's over on Atomic Fire Records. But yeah, there's 1 to 2 tracks from every studio album of a band that I love, a band that I've done a ranking video for, which I will update in 2024 because there's still now 2 albums that I'll include. That was 2021's Game Over and 2023's brand new album Touchdown. So I'm going to update my ranking. But there is a few new tracks on here. There are, rare stuff. Wilder Life, that's a new one. What a Hell of a Night. Fallen Angels, that's new. What else do we have new? I think there's one more on here. Forget which one it was. But yeah, always love some UDO. Wilder Life. Oh, actually, you know what? There is a song on here called Dust and Rust, which was on the Steel Hammer album, but it was in Spanish, and the lyrics are different. Sung in Spanish, it was called Basta Ya, which basically translated means, enough is enough of the shit already. I actually like Basta Ya better than Dust and Rust. They converted it to, English speaking lyrics, which I still like that. I've said before, I really like when bands sing in their native language too. I think it's pretty cool, which I am listening to actually some Japanese metal anthem, but this is their second or third in English. Great album from this year too, by the way. Check that one out. And then finally, we're going to wrap this update up with this one I've had for a while. So I should have showed this before. This is from Destruction. This is the Butcher Strikes Back EP. I don't know if this is a replication of the original cover. This came out way back in 1999, I believe, which I think we'll just show you what's in here. This one came on black vinyl. This is released on Vic Records. So Vic Records is one of those labels that comes out with kind of some obscure stuff. The last thing I bought from Vic Records before showing this one was a Possessed demos on CD. So that's become actually pretty rare and hard to find now. But there's the center ring. So I'll just read you this. This is actually on the back it says a collection of rarities. So we have A side. What do we got on here? 6 songs or so. So here's this side and credits, and then you got a full story in here. So I'll read you the first part. So in 2018, Vic Records released the 1984 demo Bestial Invasion of Hell, which I do not have on CD. So they released it on CD format. A lot of people think this is the only demo Destruction recorded before getting signed to Steamhammer and releasing their highly influential Sentence of Death. But when Schiemer reunited with Mike in 1999, they recorded another demo, and this is it. So this one saw the light of day in 99 and now reissued here. Actually on the back it says 2022, but I only picked that up. So that's probably when it was printed. I picked it up this year, actually a few months ago. So big fan. Another part of the German Big Four right here, Destruction. So yeah, glad to have this one too. It's got some live tracks and then some demo stuff. So yeah, that is it for this update. I will definitely see you when I get back. I don't know if this will be my last update of 2023. I think I'll squeeze one more in near the end of December. And yeah, if you're interested, look forward to that Rush ranking. And as usual, the beginning of, probably the first 2 weeks of January, I will put up my best albums of 2023. I'm not expecting any more new releases to add to it, so I should be able to finalize that soon. That is it for this update, and until next time, stay heavy.